Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. As you can see, here's the beer. A very, very special release. Last year, Bang the Elephant brought out Lumiere. Lumiere was a cherry chocolate imperial pastry stout thing. There was a lot of things going off. I can't remember. Lumiere's the name anyway. The beer itself was a 13% beast of a beer that I drank literally about 6 cans of it, and at 12 or 13 pound a can, I think it was at the time. You know, um, that's something for me, and just going to show you how much I loved it. I also drank it at Nottingham's Craft Beer Festival, and also at Bang the Elephant Brewery on their mega brew for Robin Hood Beer Festival. So this is Statement of Intent. It's a bourbon barrel-aged blend barley wine. So it's basically an imperial stout blended with a barley wine. It's 12%, £10 for the can. It is on sale at Adventure Beer, Kimberley Craft Ales, Left Field Beer, and maybe other people have got it. So they're the three I do know because I know it. So I'm going to pour it out. Got me Nottingham Craft Beer glass because we're going to be seeing these guys at Nottingham Craft Beer soon. Oh. So, anticipation. I've had a sneak drink of this a few weeks ago when we took a cake for a birthday party at one of the brewers. So, and if you haven't already guessed, I'm using a different phone. I'm using my son's old phone, which has got a higher resolution. So as you can see, neon black pour, not quite black, but near black. A tan head on that. Different beast to the cherry of the Lumiere. So I'll read what it says while the air gets to it. So most of the time we just like to make beers that are fun and quirky, but every now and again we decide to put on our big boy pants and make something truly special. And then it tells you about it's brewed and canned. Now it says, we blended 80% rye barley wine with 20% imperial stout and aged it in Buffalo Track and Maker's Mark bourbon barrels. 10 months later, we blended the barrels together to create something totally out of this world. Flavours of caramel, coconut, toffee, and vanilla come through in abundance for the two different types of bourbon. Those flavours blend beautifully with the chocolate malts from the imperial stout, finishing with a gentle spice from the rye heavy barley wine. This is our statement of intent. That is some sounding beer, I've seen a lot of imperial stouts over the last 4 years of the channel, and yeah, so quite a special moment. Cheers to both Michael, Nigel and the families. A brewery that started in, they bought the old Abstract Jungle Brewery off Simon, the old ex-Blue Monkey Brewery head brewer, who actually has a micro pub not far away from their brewery as well. Lovely guy. And at the brewery, Lazy Bay Brewery, brew at that brewery. And also a fella called Emperor's Brewery brews there as well. So, hey, here we go. Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, June the 17th. I'm there. Are you? Roasted coconut straight away on the nose. Bourbon aromas coming through straight away. Sweetness of the vanilla there. Chocolate. Oh, sit back, chill out, enjoy the beer. Ooh. So initially, get different flavours, and then as you delve in, it becomes more complex. The bourbon really seems to come to the forefront, and the complexities. Whoa, blooming egg! It's like a bourbon in beer form. It's I can feel it on my eyes. And I do like a bourbon. Toffee. Oh, oh dear. So, you know, these guys know. I went down to the brewery and we chatted online before. And in fact, they contacted me. I must have done a beer review. And the office, I think they must have liked the beer review. Contacted me and started chatting. And we went down to the brewery, met Michael and his wife. And lovely people. You know, the internet's full of people who seem lovely. Then when you meet them in reality, yeah, maybe not always as nice as they seem. But no, really nice. And I've been to the brewery now for a while. In fact, I think it was last August. No, one. I went for a beer release near Christmas. I'm sure I did. No, it wasn't that late. But anyway, their ethos is to make the best beer they can. And that, to me, says everything. Last year, they got into Nottingham Craft Beer Festival for the first time. And they stormed it. And they also brewed the beer for the mega brew. The mega brew for the Robin Hood Beer and Cider Festival. And then they've also been to Derby's Great Derby Festival and apparently stormed it as well. I am going to Derby BeerCon this year, hoping to meet up with people from the community, from the Derby side. I know I take the mickey out of Derby, but you know, it's a Nottingham Derby thing. It's called banter. You know, I'm as gutted as anyone that Derby are now in the third division, and yeah, it's you know, it's not nice being a fan when somebody ruins your club. It's happened to every club in history, I suppose. Bad, not only bad managers, but bad owners that all they care about is themselves, and they use the club as a plaything, and dodgy owners, you know. But yeah, this year is going to be an exciting year for them. Like I've said before on beer reviews, I think these guys could have a tap room, even where they are now. It could be if they rented that another unit up there, you could turn that into a tap room, and you have it's not far from Langley Mill, so you know it. Someone would have to drive, I suppose, but it'd be very worth going up. I suppose Nottingham city centre's the king place to be, but yeah, it's also expensive. So I suppose these things come into the equation, don't they? Sometimes I look at places like where the Abdication is in Daybrook, and like an empty old shop unit that's not too expensive to rent out, and having that as both a tap room and bottle shop, and yeah. But then again, do you want to pay 2 lots of rent? I suppose what Liquid Light have done is possibly the best way. I mean, out of all the tap rooms in Nottingham, Neon Raptors is perfect. Got the little brewery, the brewery in the back, although I think they've outgrown that brewery, to be fair. but the tap room is in the best area of Nottingham. That Snenton area, where Nottingham Craft Beer Festival is going to be, is a stunning area. Don't get me wrong. So in any case, even though it is boozy, the boozy element doesn't really catch it. It goes straight to my eyes. But that's just the quality of the beer. It is. I think Lumiere for me is my favourite of the two, and that's because of the cherry element. I love cherry. I get this beer in a different way. It's a very, very good beer. Oh, blooming heck. You know what? It's a true treat beer. You don't get imperial stouts to neck. You sip them, you enjoy them. This is the sort of beer that on my wedding vows next year, I could have a couple of cans of this, cribbed away for a year, because I'm sure it's not going to go out of date in a year. And after the wedding, sit down, me and the wife, and a few select really super friends, and just sit there and drink away and be quiet so as you don't upset the farmer next door, and reminisce about life, drink good beer, and you know, celebrate that we're still here, the future, you know, the future and that, and where we're going. I look at the journey these guys have done, and I've had some amazing beers off them. If you go on Untapped, you'll see their back catalogue, and they don't have bad beers. You know, they have very, very good beers. Their imperial stouts are absolutely fantastic. And you know, I have to, hand on heart, thank Ant from adventurebeer.co.uk, because without him, I would have not discovered half these breweries in Nottingham. Obviously, I already knew before I went into doing beer reviews of Lincoln Green and Castle Rock and Blue Monkey, Nottingham Brewery, but I've not heard of a lot of the rest. And you know, this is a journey we're doing beer reviews. It's fantastic because the discovery is amazing. You know, to discover new beers, and these guys have got some special beers coming your way. So please understand that if you go to Nottingham's Craft Beer Festival, they're on a bar with Emperor's Brewery, the big guy himself, and Fire Rock Brewing Company. It's an awesome set of guys. Every single one of these people is awesome, and their respective families. You know, and it makes me proud as both a Nottingham person but a local person to these people, that I'm able to drink their flipping super beers and talk about them and know a bit about them, more than just, you know, oh, I've drank your beer, mate, and yeah, but I've spoke to these people quite a bit, and yeah, puts a tear in my eye, gets quite emotional, to be fair. And I like good people, you know. I don't I like good people. I love good people to get what they deserve, because they thoroughly deserve it. And these guys, Bang the Elephant, two of the nicest blokes you could ever meet. The passion for beer is amazing. It's invigorating. You know, as a gardener, I have a passion, and It's never ending. No, even when I left gardening for 5 years, didn't stop being who I am. And you know, the Bret Hart thing, to be the best, you've got to beat the best, or something along them lines, anyway. And these guys, they will, when that break comes and the plaudits, national plaudits come in, we locally know how good they are and how good there are. Some of the breweries around Nottingham are. Nationally, they don't know as yet. People know all around the country, but it hasn't gone as national as, you know, as the likes of the, you know, people like Daya and Cloudwater and that sort of thing. But trust me, their beers are totally up there. Anyway, let's carry on. Do hope the picture quality is better tonight and the sound quality. I'm using my son's phone, and this is an interesting thing. It may be the thing that I switched to this phone and use this phone for beer reviews, because even I can tell the quality. Looking at it, the quality looks better. And so please comment on that. I will knock it off at about 20 minutes. But I wanted to, God, I'm feeling it now. Right, the imperial stout element is coming through now. The tobacco. And I get that because when I brewed my own imperial, oh, so it was bourbon at the forefront and the barley wine side of things. And now the imperial stout element is kicking in. Oh, and what have I done? I've got another can. Yeah, that's to be done, doesn't it? And yeah, I'll give you the world exclusive. Mrs. Raggy loves this beer as well. So, what we have is an absolute stunning beer here. It's super complex. There's so much going off. It's one of them beers where take about 20 minutes to enjoy it. 4-minute beer review. You're never gonna enjoy it over 4 minutes, because you're never gonna get every little iota. Jesus. It's what beer reviewing's about. For me, it's like getting a beer, totally enjoying it. I used to get this in way back about 2 years ago now, with King Goblin. I'd drink King Goblin and be like, oh God, this is one of the best beers I've ever tasted. And since then, I've gone into craft beers, local beers, national beers, and I've drank some absolutely gobsmackingly amazing beers. Oh. Now I've got to give it a score, haven't I? That was a stone. Wow. Oh. Okay. I drank a beer the other week from Fire Up Brewing, which was collaborated with these guys, and we actually went up on the day to Fire Up Brewing, not really to clash with Bang the Elephant. I'm a fan of, you know, the breweries, but I'm not, you know, I'm not someone who, you know, goes following. But certainly to go and see, and it just coincided that the days worked out perfectly. And That was an amazing beer, the Call of the Cthulhu, or have you bloody pronounce it. This statement of intent. Bloody hell. Does a beer live up to its name? Jesus Christ, it does. Apologies for anybody who's religious. This is an amazing tour de force of bourbonesque flavours that are flowing through the beer. Toffee, caramel, chocolate. And then the imperial stout side of things burst in. And it's like bourbon, barley wine, imperial stout, all in the swirling pot together to deliver something which is absolutely outstanding. 12% is not overly strong in the grand scheme of things, but amazing, truly amazing. I'm thankful that I managed to get hold of the cans. It's not always easy. For me, a good 4.75 out of 5. Very hard to know, you know. This against Lumiere, different beasts, very, very, you know, top class imperials, make no mistake about it, but different beasts. I would be interested to see what people like Vincent Lee and other people like Danielle Jeffrey, Nottingham beer icons, one who works for the Evening Post, one who's a camera top man, just to see what you think. You know, you being the closest to me, and also Liam and Shane from the Beer Review community, you also have the chance of getting this quite easily. And if the big fella watches this, Craft Beer Basic, you matey, what do you think? Let me know. Out of 5, well, I've already done the out of 5, yeah. But yeah, a stunning beer, really stunning, gobsmackingly stunning. And I've still got a nice bit left. Got to do the obligatory photo these days for Instagram. But absolutely amazing. It's 10:15. Shoot, better go up the house. Is it that late already? Cheers all. See you soon.